sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. If you want a more personal, you can reach me at patreon.com/code with the cards. This message is for Aquarius, any placement. This is beyond hilarious, Aquarius, because as I'm looking at y'all, as I literally this morning random, like I don't do meditation sessions for anybody usually besides Libra and Taurus. Like I don't know why. Don't ask me why. It's not favoritism. It's just I just don't. Okay. But random, mind you, I have Aquarius in my chart in certain placements, and I randomly got the notion today to do a meditation session for Aquarius, which is very, very, very rare. Okay. And as I'm doing y'all meditation session, it was like everything that y'all was doing, it had to do with like y'all terms. So Gemini also kind of got that same energy where they were just like, look, this ain't love. This ain't how stuff's supposed to be. I don't like how this look. I don't like how you taking advantage. Like, and so they just kind of like shut down. I feel like yours is quite the opposite, Aquarius. I feel like you're not going to shut down. I feel like you're going to do your job. I feel like you're going to show up. I feel like you're going to do things the way that you see it being done. I feel like you're going to, you know what I'm saying? Like you're going to do the right thing, but you're not doing nothing extra. Okay. Because I feel like you already went the extra mile. You already did the most. You already showed up. And like, and even with that being said, I feel like even though somebody might fight for you or show you something or prove you something, you just feel like it's just a little bit too late. Okay. So regardless of the fact of what's happening now, you just feel like y'all on there, people are on your terms now, because I feel like somebody was wrong and people could have came to your aid and they could have fought for you or they could have did something different for you. But they chose not to do that. And since they didn't do it, you like, all right, well, now I don't trust you. Like now I can't rock with you. Like, yeah, y'all did right or you made it right, whatever, but why did it take so long? Like you just don't have faith in somebody anymore. All right. So I feel like you're 1 foot in. I knew that. You're 1 foot in. Yeah, 1 foot out. And I feel like it's more out. So you're planning your great escape. This is people with a Sagittarius. But I just feel like, now you're just patiently waiting. You're waiting for a phone call, or you're waiting for somebody to say something, or you're waiting for, this job offer. Because I feel like you put a lot of time. Yeah, you put a lot of time, energy, and effort into something. I feel like you have what you want. So you have the relationship. You got the people that you want. You got your circle. You got your support. But now I feel like you're saying to yourself, like, you got to put some structure to something, because your mind is going 1,000 miles per minute as far as like to why somebody would not want to show up for you the way like that you showed up for them. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got the Ace of Pentacles here. So I do feel like this has a lot to do with like delivery. This is your job. I feel like somebody at your job was wrong and they should have like apologized. Or if this is like HR, I feel like HR should have said something. But I feel like for whatever reason, like they didn't. Maybe they say something now, or they'll probably say something in the next 24 hours. But I feel like, at this point, it's too late. Shit. You got the 6 of Wands. So I feel like you're going to move forward. I feel like you're going to another job. I really do. I feel like somebody could have did better, or they could have said something different, or they could have said it different, or they could have just told you that you were right. I feel like that's the biggest issue amongst this here. Somebody not explaining to you that you're right, that you're not wrong. Because I feel like you could be dealing with a Libra. I feel like that's what you're waiting for. You're waiting for this Libra to just explain. You like, bro, like, just say that you're wrong. Like, the reason that something happened the way it happened was because of you. Like, you chose to do yada, yada. You chose to say yada, yada. You chose to act yada, yada. You chose to be yada, yada. But it's because of you. Like, I feel like you're dealing with another air sign or a fire sign. Somebody don't want to admit it. So you like, if you don't want to admit this, then I'm going. Like, or we on my terms. And that's the scary part to somebody. Yeah, I knew it. Because I feel like you already have something lined up. Libra's reading was, and it had a lot to do with myself. I was having issues with my Cash App, and I was like, okay, I'm just tired of dealing with Cash App. So I got an app called buymeacoffee.com/everything Empress. So if y'all want to donate, y'all can go there. But as soon as I got the Buy Me a Coffee, you know what I'm saying, like set up, all of a sudden Cash App sends me a message and they're like, oh, this has been fixed, yada, yada. But I just feel like it's one of those type of situations. It's like, why do you have to do something else in order for somebody to do what the fuck they're supposed to do? Do that make sense? It's like, and now that things are fixed, it's just like you don't really want to deal with that no more. If this is a business, if you are a business owner, it's like somebody not wanting to entrust or support you, but then you go viral and now everybody wants to support you. Hey, so I feel like you side eyeing people right now because I feel like people could have did more, or they could do more, or they could have said more, and like you just not trying to hear the shit. Like it's what you're trying to do now. You like, bro, I now know I got to do stuff for me because I can't trust people the way I trust people before in the past. Like maybe you put a lot of, time, energy, and effort and patience into people, and now that's not gonna work. Like it just don't work like that anymore. Shit, and you're bored as fuck. I feel like somebody picked sides. I feel like they picked this other person's side over here with the Eight of Swords. I feel like somebody lied and they picked that person's side and they found out they lied. And you're like, no, stay over there. It says, hey, T, I'm in New York. Oh, congrats, Thinkabud. I know you loving it too. You better knock that shit right on out the park. Yep, I feel like Aquarius and Geminis, I feel like y'all in the energy of y'all get back. You like, yeah, sit back and watch now because, yeah, and look at them. They salty as hell. I feel like they got to sit back and watch because they try to play in your face. And you're nowhere to be around. You're nowhere to be found. Look, Empress is in reverse. You like, bro, I don't even want to be around you motherfuckers. I don't want to talk to you motherfuckers. You don't want to talk to people that's around these motherfuckers. You like, bro, I'm about to do what I need to do to get the hell up out of here. And if you are cool with somebody, it's on your terms, okay? This is thanks. It's cool. I learned a lot, period. And I know you a networker, so I know you rub elbows with the right people. You need to go check out Libra and Taurus reading. All right, y'all. I'm jumping over to Pisces. Thanks.